Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Laurasia Andrea. I know it looks kind of weird because you guys don't see my face when I'm saying this, but that is because I'm trying to do my first really super detailed talk through type tutorial when it comes to lace series. So this is going to be focused on how to thoroughly pluck TF out of your frontal. Okay, so I've been getting a ton of requests as far as super detailed videos as far as lace frontals. When it comes to making my wigs, it's literally the same as it's always been. The technique that I do to make my wigs is not different at all. So I definitely have a ton of videos as far as detailed lace frontal wig making. So if you guys want to see that, I will kind of just put that up here somewhere because I already have that. But something that I do different is the way that I pluck my frontals. So I'm going to be doing a super detailed video. Hopefully this works because I've never done something like this. I know it's going to be pretty hard because the way I have my mannequin head angled and then my camera and me trying to pluck it and trying to have it in different things, it's going to be really hard for me. So I'm going to try my hardest, you guys, to really get this right because I want to get this, I want to do this for you guys. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I like to do is just start with a dry frontal. That's kind of different because some people like to do wet frontals all the time. I've been doing frontals for forever now. It's about my second year into doing frontals, and what I've learned is I like it so much better when the frontal is dry. That is because I'm able to really see the frontal, any bald spots, and what areas really need the most thinning and what areas are fine. So I found that when it's dry, it's easier for me to do that rather than when it's wet. When it's wet, the hair is a lot more thinner. So when I pluck it when it's wet and then it dries, sometimes I have bald spots and it's a little bit too plucking, and this really forbids that from happening. So I highly recommend for you guys to do your frontal pluckage when it is dry. The wig is all made. You bleached it out, you tinted it, you did all that job, and the last thing that you want to do is pluck the frontal before you put the wig on. You guys can see that I have it sectioned off. I like to start in sections when it comes to plucking. That is because I'm able to really see what I'm doing, and it makes my life a lot easier. So I'm trying to get it as focused as possible, trying to get it in the area where I know it's not going to blur. Okay, this is good. So starting out, you're definitely going to need about 5 items. That is going to be a canvas head. I am a 21 to 21 and a half circumference head. These you can buy from Amazon. At least that's where I get mine. I'm pretty sure you can buy it other places, but I get all of mine from Amazon. I legit got every single head size to think of because when it comes to me making wigs for others, everyone's head is different. So I will link where I got this down below, and I also got this wig stand from them as well. I will link where I got my wig stand, and then you will also need some clips. These are like butterfly clips. I think that's what they're called. If it's not called butterfly clips, my bad, but you're gonna need some clips. You're also gonna need some tweezers. Make sure that your tweezers, let me see if I can post it. Come on. Oh. Make sure that your tweezers aren't super dull because you want to make sure that it's able to really grip on the hair, get the hair from the knots, really pluck it, and make your life a whole lot easier. Because if your tweezers are super dull, it will make your life a lot freaking harder to pluck your frontal because it will start to slip on the hair and it won't really pluck the way it needs to. So make sure you have some good brand new or not too dull type of tweezers. And then you're also going to need a comb because when you're going to be tweezing the hair, you're going to want to comb out to see how thin or how natural the hairline is looking to see if you need to pluck any more or any less. So we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to try to make this video not too long as possible, so I'm most likely just going to do one side because the other side is literally the same technique, and I'm going to go all the way up into the top part because the way I pluck the top part of my frontal is a little bit different than I do the sides. So let's get started. So when it comes to me plucking and you guys not really be able to see what I'm doing, if it starts to blur out, I'm so sorry. I really just try for the life of me to try to figure out how to not do it, have my camera do that, but I have a zoom lens, so it's nothing that I could really do unless I change my lens, and I don't want to change it to the other quality because the other quality sucks. Alright, so when it comes to plucking, the first place I like to start is at the hairline. So I pluck about 1 to 2 strokes, 1 to 2 strokes, 1 to 2 strokes, 1 to 2 strokes, or 3. I'm definitely doing 3. So I have the hairline looking like that. So I will next comb it out, any excess hair, and then we'll move on to our next section. So the next section will be right behind the hairline. So our part where we just did the plucking, to move that back. So this is going to be the main area where we're going to be plucking. So now I will start to move in sections again, and this time just kind of moving all around. So I'm going to do few plucks, few plucks, few plucks, few plucks. You definitely want to make sure that you are always moving. You do not want to stay in one spot. One thing that I have learned over plucking my frontals is when I first would do it, I will always stay in one spot, work on that section, stay in one spot, work on that section. And that's how I always got like bald spots. You do not want to do that. You want to keep moving, keep having your fingers move, keep having your tweezers move, so that you are forever moving in areas and you will not just focus on one particular spot, and that is how you create bald spots. So this is how it's looking already. Just keep doing the same thing, and you always want to start to move in sections. And once I feel like this section that we just kind of moved away is good, we will take another part, and then we will start to move in the next section and just keep doing the same thing, going back and forth. I think I'm kind of liking the way that this hairline is looking for this section. I think that is okay. We always have the option of coming back if we need any more. It is best to do less than more, because with less you can go back and do more, and if you did too much you can't take it back. You can't glue the hair back on the hairline. So always think of it like that. Less is more when it comes to plucking your frontals. If you need to pluck any more, you can always go back in and pluck more, but I would rather you do less than more, because you can't freaking glue on your hair back onto the frontal. So now we have section off the second section. Now moving on to the third section. I like to do about 4 sections when it comes to this part. I think it makes the hair most realistic, because some people's hairlines really don't start as a full dense hairline when you first, at the top of their hair. Usually when it comes to their hair being full, at least that's how mine is, it's probably about back here, and then the hairs that's in here are usually a little bit more on the fine side. So I'm going to now do the same thing. Pluck it in different sections forever, moving my tweezers. No real order. I'm just always making sure that my tweezers and my hands are moving. Comb it out. See what we've done, see if we need to pluck any more. We can definitely pluck some more in this area. This area to me is a little bit good. All right, this looks about good to me. Now we're going to comb it back and move on to the 4th section, and that's where we'll pretty much stop as far as sectioning the hair. And once we've done this section, we can go back, comb out the back of the hair from everything, and see if we need to go in and do any more. So that section off. Now we're going to move to the 4th. Turn it so I can kind of see. Okay, so we've done all the plucking for this section. Now I'm just going to comb back the hair to see if we need to do any more plucking. Now we can definitely go in with some more I'm just going to now with this part, I won't really go and keep sectioning off the hair. It's a little bit easier for me now to just pull the hair back. This is where my clip comes in. I just pretty much take my clip and pull it back like this. So now I'm able to really see, like, you know, where I really need to go for more plucking. Because now it's starting to look a little bit more like a realistic hairline. So now I'm able to really gauge where I want to go and pluck some more, and where some areas can just be left alone. So I definitely see that I can go in right here. And this is like my, this is how I really like to pluck my frontals, when it's basically all the hair back. I already did my sections, and now I'm able to just go in and gauge what areas I want to thin out a little bit more than others. See, now it's starting to look like a realistic hairline. Again, you guys, if I'm plucking, you guys aren't seeing what I'm doing, I'm so sorry. This is just so difficult for me to do with the angle of the camera, the angle that I have to hold this tweezer, and I have to pluck, and it's just so awkward for me to do. So now I see why people don't really do these videos, because it's just so hard. It's really hard because of the angle that I'm on. I can't even really see my hairline. I really have to look at it in my lens to see what I'm doing, because I'm blind right now. So I'm just going to keep plucking. You guys can see that the hairline is starting to look a lot more realistic than before. I'm definitely going to go in and pluck some more. And with this part, you just want to make sure that you are not doing such a heavy hand. The lighter the hand, the better, because you don't want to do too much, because we already went in and did the heavy lifting when it came to the plucking. So for this part, you just want to make sure that your hand is super duper light. So I really think that I can stop about here when it comes to this area. But you guys can see how quick that was. Before, I used to pluck my frontals, and literally it used to take me like an hour and some change. Now, ever since I started doing my frontals like this, I get my frontals done in literally like 30 to 40 minutes, and they just cut down super duper half of the time than I did before. So this is what the, see if I can zoom in. This is what the edge part is looking like. I can probably actually go in down here, but I can't see it. I'm blind at this point, so I'll probably do that side or that area off camera, because I can't see it on camera right now. So yeah, this is what it's looking like. I'm just going to go ahead and do this section, and then I will show you guys how I do the top section when I come back on camera. Okay, so I went ahead and finished the plucking. You guys can see. Maybe I can go in with a little bit more areas now that I'm looking at it on camera. I'm definitely going to go in right here. Maybe a little bit further back here. What is I think that looks good. We're just gonna leave it because I don't want to pluck too much. So yeah, when it comes to the whole baby hair thing, I'm not really with it no more. Like, I feel like it's just like a scapegoat to like cover up your mistakes on your hairline. So me, I would rather prefer not to do baby hair. But you know, when it comes to like little areas, like a little bit up here, I'll probably take some sparse, you know what I mean, and make baby hairs out of those. But I wouldn't go like ham with the baby hair. So depending on how I feel when I put it on, it will say if I want to do baby hair or not. So we're now going to move on to the top part, because the way I pluck that is a little bit different. You don't really have to do too much, because you know your top part of your hair isn't as thin as your sides. So I'm not going to really pluck too much when it comes to this part. Like, I'm not going to section it off and do all that stuff. I'm really just going to just look and gauge just from the sides, like how much I really need to do. Just pluck a little, pluck a little, pluck a little, making sure that you are always looking to the side just to see how much you really need to do. And don't do too much. Less is more in the aspect of lace frontals, guys. Sorry, I just sound like I'm out of breath because I'm really trying to get this right and not mess up. And this ankle has my back hurting. Like, I'm trying. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. But I'm just trying to get it to where it's matching the sides, and you guys can see it's starting to look a lot better than what it did. I'll probably go back to about here, because like I said, I'm not trying to do too much. Okay guys, so we are all done with the first side. This is what the pluckage is looking like. This is literally exactly how my hairline looks. And then we move on to the top part. And yes, 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 and more yes. So the last thing I like to do is just take some hairspray. I'll take my Sebastian Shaper Plus spray and I will just spray the hairline. Take my little hairbrush that I got from the beauty supply store and just brush it all back so you guys can see what it's looking like. Alright guys, so this is the finished product. I really just felt like I wanted a strict video. Let me see if I can get in focus. A strict video of just how to pluck a frontal. I didn't want to do a whole tutorial, not a tutorial. I didn't want to do like how I apply it and all that because I have so many videos of how I apply my wigs, but I don't have a video of strictly just how I like to pluck my frontals. So I really want to get that out for you guys, nice, short, and sweet. This is the pluck side, and then this is the not pluck side. You guys can literally see the whole difference. It's a complete difference. This side looks way more realistic, and this side just looks like I literally just took the frontal out of the box and put it on my head. So yeah, this is a new way of how I like to pluck my frontals. I hope this is very informative for you guys. I really wanted to do a whole talk through, nice in real time, so you guys can really see how I like to do it. If I was not in focus, I really do apologize because it's just so hard. It was so hard for me to get it on the angles of how I wanted to because I do have a focus lens and it's just going to focus. That's just what the lens does. So I tried my hardest to defocus it, but it just would not. So, you know, if some of the areas you guys aren't really seeing how I'm plucking, I do explain it in the video of how I am doing it. So if you guys aren't seeing it, I do describe it in the way that I do it when I say it. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys want to see more videos like this on my channel, let me know, because I do kind of want to do another updated how I do my brows routine. So yeah, skincare routine will be up on, I think, next week. I already recorded it. It's good to go. So it will be up next week. So do not worry. That'll be another basics type of video. So yeah, if you guys want to see a new informative how I like to apply my wigs, even though I have so many videos, but if you guys just want a dedicated how I apply my wigs type of video, let me know. But if you don't, it's cool. I will just move on to the next type of basic video. So yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed. Thumbs up this video if you guys really liked it and really did help you. Let me know if this technique helps you guys and if you do try it. And yeah, thanks you guys. Bye.